welcome. This is Ogtv News on the hour. I'm Shemilori Makonju. Suspected kidnappers have attacked 2 bus loads of Federal Road Safety Corps officials at Wudaje Junction, Total Local Government Area of Nasarawa State, early Monday morning, killing 2 officials and abducting 10 others. 4 others were injured during the attack, which occurred when the personnel were traveling from Sokoto and Kebbi states to a location in the southeast. The Corps Public Education Officer Assistant Corps Marshal BC Kazim confirmed the incident, noting that 1 officer died during the attack, while the 2nd person died in the hospital, adding that the 10 missing operatives were believed to have been kidnapped. The Corps Marshal Boboye Oyeyemi urged the staff not to be deterred by the unfortunate incident, assuring that the abducted officials would be rescued. The number of incidents of violence against journalists covering protests across the world has risen sharply, with police and security forces the main culprits, the United Nations Cultural Agency said on Monday. UNESCO said it had counted 21 protests between January and June of this year, where journalists were attacked, arrested, or killed. The organization, whose role includes monitoring media developments, said in a report that the spike came as part of a wide upward trend in the use of unlawful force by security forces over the last 5 years. According to UNESCO, which investigated protests in 65 countries for the report, at least 10 journalists were killed during protests between 2015 and mid-2020, when there were 125 instances of attacks or arrests of reporters. The reporters who died on the job worked in Syria, Mexico, Israel, Nicaragua, Northern Ireland, Nigeria, and Iraq. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has asked the federal government to honor the agreement it had with the union before making any announcement on the reopening of the universities after the COVID-19 pandemic. It added that it would unfold its next agenda if the federal government refused to negotiate the 2009 agreement signed by both parties. Speaking at a town meeting at the African Hall, the University of Ilorin, the ASU National President, Professor Biodun Oguyemi, however, declined to reveal the agenda. He stated that the union had in March gone on strike because of the government's insensitivity to university education, adding that some of ASU's demands include funding of university education, which the government had reneged on the last years. Israel is to impose a new national lockdown to contain the spread of coronavirus, with tough restrictions coming into effect on Jewish New Year. The country's second lockdown begins on Friday and lasts at least 3 weeks. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the measures would exact a heavy price on all, but the country faced a surge with 4,000 new daily infections. A minister has resigned to protest against the restrictions that overlap with important Jewish festivals. He also threatened to pull his party out of the governing coalition. The country has seen 1,108 deaths from COVID-19 and more than 153,000 confirmed infections, according to a global tally kept by U.S. University Johns Hopkins. Australia's Dominic Thiem clinched his first Grand Slam title after gritty fight back from 2 sets down stunned Alexander Zverev in the U.S. Open final. 27-year-old second seed Thiem had lost his previous 3 major finals and looked destined for another agonizing defeat. But 23-year-old Zverev, playing his first Slam final, became edgy at key moments and Thiem took full advantage. Both players failed to serve out victory in a tense decider before Thiem sealed a 2-6, 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, 7-6 win. Thiem took his 3rd championship point when Zverev pulled a backhand wide, leaving the Australian falling flat on his back in celebration. Thank you so much for watching, and do have a lovely day. Bye for now.
They say every story has a beginning, except mine.